Welcome to the Strong Casuals podcast. My name is Ben, and this is Anthony, and the Chord King Eric is in the corner.
What's up?
Not because he has to be, just because that's his throne. You know, that's where he
His
likes
lair.
to be. We faked you out for a week. We didn't record last week.
You know,
That happens.
things are going on.
Yeah, I mean, we have lives.
Yeah.
Most specifically, congratulations to Anthony for getting married.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Weddings on a Monday kind of rule,
Yeah.
because Mondays, stink, as they say.
That's exactly what
Mondays
the phrase is.
stink.
Yep, Mondays stink.
Maybe it's Mondays suck, but I'm pretty positive.
No, it's stink. It's for sure. It's stink. It's been written.
Yeah, no, it was perfect. 30 people, in and out, 3 o'clock to like 8:30 p.m. It was perfect.
Flawless.
Yeah, it was flawless.
Home in time for
Yeah.
a good bedtime.
Right. Kidney surgery 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
Just cutting
I know. You've just been checking off boxes.
Well, we had it was like the wedding was planned, and then the doctor's like, "Oh, surgery is this day." I'm like, "Well, holy heck, probably should recover pretty quick, huh?"
Yeah, probably get out of here, I guess.
Yeah, no, it was a lot going on, but glad to be back.
Well, you're healthy and hitched,
That's the truth.
and that's
I feel like
those
a
are
million.
two things to be.
Two pretty good things to
Yeah.
be. Let's be honest.
That's awesome. So, but we're going to get back in it here. Today we're going to briefly talk about the results from the Strongman Classic in Royal Albert Hall. That's hard to say fast.
It is Royal Albert Hall. We've
Okay,
been
cool.
gone, so
Thanks.
I know what happened 2 weeks ago, guys. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Sue us.
Exactly. Please.
Sue us.
Take advantage of tort law.
Yeah.
And sue us.
Yeah.
Please don't actually sue. I don't know what you would sue us
Don't
for.
sue
but
us. We
someone-
literally have nothing.
Yeah. What are you going to take from me?
If you want to give us something and then sue
do
us for
that.
it back,
Yeah.
we'll fight.
A reverse suit. We'd love that.
We'll fight.
Uh,
So
Don't give me that.
Yeah.
we're going to talk about the Strongman Classic, Giants live event. Some interesting, cool things, world records. We'll talk about some of the fun stuff, who won it, relatively
Yeah.
expectedly.
Right.
And then we have East vs. West 14 coming up this Saturday.
Kind of a carnival North American event.
Yeah. Yeah.
As it is right now.
Orlando, Florida. We've got some fun matches to talk about.
No, there's certainly some interesting matches to talk about.
We'll just give some opinions on some and talk about it in general. So, Strongman Classic. First of all, I love the venue.
I tell you, every
Royal
time
Albert
they're in
Hall
Royal Albert Hall, it's legendary, I'm sure, for anybody in Europe. And I mean, like I said, the first thing I've ever seen, I'll do a name drop. Band coach Mr. Peterson.
Ooh.
Okay. He gave me, when I was in music technology my junior year in high school, he gave me, I told him, or that's when he found out I was into Pink Floyd. And so he gave me a DVD of the Pulse tour from Pink Floyd. And they performed 2 nights at a Royal Albert Hall.
Oh.
And it was an insane show. It was pretty much the most amazing show I've ever seen live on DVD. Also one of the few.
Digital video disc.
Yeah,
for
digital
the
video,
younger
yeah.
peers. That's awesome.
But yeah, it's it's such a legendary event. It looks so cool, just like any of those, those anything with crown molding, golden crown molding in
just-
like a palace style,
yeah. And it's the Strongman Classic.
Yes.
It's got this sort of I don't know,
I think they always do it there too.
air of
Yeah,
yeah. So it's super cool. I mean, it's packed.
loaded.
The audience is amazing. They're screaming, hooting, hollering, loving everything. We have the man himself, Neil Pickup, doing
Always.
some of the announcing.
I know.
But we had there were a lot of other some
It's a
solid
stacked event.
dudes doing some. Yeah, I mean
Super stacked event.
Yeah, and it was nice to see some of the sort of I don't know, the pillars of Strongman there too.
Usually you see a lot more than 12 athletes in an event or in a comp, but this was concise and beautiful and perfect. And like you said, every guy you knew. I mean, the 2 new guys on the scene for the show was Kane Francis and Andrew Flynn. And I mean, Tristan Hoth arguably, but if you were anybody who knows, they were both at World's Strongest Man. So was Andrew Flynn at World's Strongest, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but
IDK.
he will be.
Yeah, no, he will be. We know all these guys, so it was just really cool. Like we had expectations, and I mean, as we go through it, it's pretty out. I mean, it played out almost honestly almost exactly as we thought it was going to go.
Barring one relatively large mistake by me, but other than that, yeah, I mean, I think it was kind of what we expected to see. These events are always kind of like the timing matters a lot. So like, you know, we're kind of like after Worlds, there's always sort of that like other people are competing, and then we kind of get back into some other things. But
and it was another thing where it's like all of the events, bar the Wrecking Ball hold, they're all like just like staples in Strongman. So it's like
right, and honestly, that was static holds were far more popular before.
Used to be. You don't see them at. Time. I wish we saw them more because they are, in my opinion, I love them. It's truly a test of strength. Yeah, I love watching that.
I mean, the hammer hold is always has been a Giants Live thing that they've done. But so the first event was the Max Axel press. Fun to watch.
Yeah, everybody loves a Max Axel.
Mitchell Hooper broke the world record. And I think we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I remember going into World's Strongest Man 2024 this year.
Right, this year. Which has been airing. Have you got to catch any of it?
Here and there.
Yeah. It's on still like NBC Sports.
And honestly, like I feel like I've piaced together enough.
I mean, we were recapping it as it was happening. You know, it's like But
it is fun to watch. But
I know.
I wanted to watch Evan Singleton mess himself up. Not because I wanted to see it, but I wanted to see how he did it.
I know. I did want to see the frame carry from Mitch too, but I just didn't get to really see it.
Yeah. But Mitchell Hooper was saying before Worlds that he was doing it in the gym.
Right.
So, I mean, he was over 218 kilograms in the gym, which 218 kilos is now the world record. We beat out Iron BB, who was not there.
I know.
We talked about Iron BB so much.
I know, and we still love you, Iron BB, and I don't know why you weren't there, but so sad. I was so sad.
Dude, I wanted to see those delts, man.
Dude, well,
those basketball delts.
I know, and it's like he's just like he's mesomorphic, as you may say. He's really just like his own type of human.
He is.
He really is. I think in this Max Axel, like I think they allowed. I don't know how long it was. Mitch, once again, Mitch is the most calculated strongman. Like it's heads and shoulders above it. I mean, Tom is doing everything he can, but like,
I would say he's in the same like calculated realm as like Brian Shaw.
Right. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Because I mean, like, there's the guys who like, and I'm not saying people with raw strength and just dedication aren't able to succeed because they are. But like Brian Shaw is very calculated. He always is very calculated.
Anytime like you can just tell a guy is a numbers guy, you know, Mitch coming from ultra marathoning, just stuff like that. Just knowing times, knowing your stats and exactly what you need to do. People who just, you know, same thing as like a mock draft, literally playing out the show on a piece of paper what they believe should happen. And if you're in strongman like these guys are, you know exactly what should happen. You know, you know what everybody's doing for the most part, what you can see and what you expect and what you've seen them do in the past.
Right.
I think Tom I don't know if Tom wasn't aware of the fact that you could like do like 20 minutes between each attempt or something like that they could like between, but it's like
I think like a lot of this is getting to the point where you're like you look at the events and you're figuring out where am I going to place.
Right.
And like sometimes it means not. I mean, we'll get to the end, but I mean.
Yeah, some people were just like upset. They're like, well, Tom could have just skipped 195. You know, he knew he probably could do the 195 and at least go up to 2 and then just not waste the attempt on the, you know, getting up the 195 when you're just, you know, they say you're wasting strength if you believe that you could probably get. But once again, it took him I think it took Tom 3 attempts to get the 195 up, or maybe he just put it straight up. I can't remember. It's been 400 weeks, I feel like, already.
It's been 7 years since it's happened.
It's been 84 years. It's literally, it feels like that. But
pay me like one of your French girls.
Exactly. But I mean, Mitch, we know had it. You know, he's like I said, since before WSM, he's been telling us for months that he's doing it in the gym and everything was coming to a head in this situation. And we're just, you know, I just feel that Tom could have went to 200 and then didn't have to share that second place with Pablo in the Max Axel if he didn't have to.
Yeah, I mean, I'd also like. I mean, you're still going to get your points at 2, and if I know I'm not going to beat Mitch, I mean, I don't like. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I think that he probably saw the
Writing on
what's
the
going to
walls.
happen, and yeah, I mean, I'd love to see. I wanted to see Iron BB do something, but
Yeah. No, I want it. I mean, especially in, yeah.
but I mean,
we can only just dream and think about it.
we can
And I will.
pretend, as my son said.
I will.
But yeah, so everything else, I mean, it went okay. Everybody else basically topped out at the same thing. Evan Singleton did this lift, and then we lost him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what happened to him.
Did he? So did he? He cleared 185, and then he just. I think he never came back up.
We never saw him
he
again.
never came back up. He didn't give it a response, and even 4 years later, we still don't really know. The internet does not tell us.
Well, or my prowess on the internet,
Dude,
I mean, I wasn't
regardless.
really, honestly, like, because he did that. I really wasn't like paying attention to his content a whole lot because.
No, yeah.
I mean, he was only in an event,
Yeah.
so I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on there. But
We hope-
we saw him do it.
Yeah, we hope you're fine, Evan. I'm sure you.
I mean, I think he's been doing stuff since, so it's not like he's like, he's still in it.
Yeah,
I
it's just
don't
one of
know
those
what he
things
did.
in the day of that he just whatever happened, whatever he may have injured, he was not feeling it. Mitch obviously went one with that world record. Tom took second, and Pavlo shared second.
God, Pavlo was so fun to watch all day.
I know.
That dude is a beast.
Every time you're just like, I don't know what, because he's such a freak, you're like, I don't know what he's going to do in any event. You have the events that he's incredible at, and then you're like, but he could be one or two in any event.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just like, okay.
Because going into this, everyone's like, oh, yeah, like Conan's wheel, Conan's wheel, Conan's wheel, Conan's wheel,
Right.
Conan's wheel, Conan's wheel. So I don't know if, like, the focus on Pavlo's Conan's wheel, like, just shaded out or you know,
Yeah,
gave a
anytime
shadow
anybody
to
has a
everything else,
world
but
record-
holy- I mean, he came in there to do shit.
No, he did. But anytime anybody has a world record in an event, they're like, that's his thing. Don't talk about anything else. You're like, shut
Yeah.
the fuck up. This guy is the
Right.
man. He's
Right,
the
yeah.
man,
And
and he
you-
has been.
And his ability to do that is probably, you know, like, it means he can do other stuff too. I don't know what I'm
Right.
trying to say, but
Yeah, it's got to translate to anything else.
yeah. So deadlift was up next. It was an axle bar, as it not always, but a lot of times it is. It's this big monstrosity. I thought it went kind of how we expected.
We got to see our boy Matthew Ragg do his thing again.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's fun to watch too.
Yeah,
I think
dude.
he's gonna do lots of things.
Yeah.
I think this is
Yeah.
just the beginning for him. I mean, he has already secured himself as someone who's coming to work.
Right.
but-
If you just show up, like, in the last year or two from, in the bigger events that, like, people see on an international level, and you're already the top guy, basically, in an event of any kind, you're like, well, that's a start. I mean,
Yeah.
he took second place. Mitch always has, like, the luck of, like, being the last guy. Like, he's always, like, he knows what he needs to beat.
Right.
And so I think he was dead last in deadlift. And so he just went in and repped out 8. He could
Yeah.
probably done more, let's be honest.
Well, he even I remember like watching it. He was like looking at the judge, and he like
Yeah. He's
held up 8. He was
I
like,
know.
"Wait, was that 8?"
I know.
Like, and I don't think that wasn't like a power move. That was just like a
I think
legitimately.
he legitimately forgot how
did
many
I
he was doing.
Am I at 8?
Because you're trying to do it in that 60-second time limit, and you don't,
I think he had 9 in him though, and
probably,
I
yeah.
completely understand the like. I don't want to, bust all my stuff too early. I don't want to like. I don't want to hurt myself.
Same thing with Matthew Ragg. I feel he could for sure get more than 7, but like, you're not, Zeus, so you should probably save some of
Right.
your strength for some of these other events. It was only a second event.
Well, and I can't count how many hamstring injuries have been done on axle bar deadlifts.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
it's
it's
like
not.
everybody at some point in their career has messed up their hammies on that. So,
Right. So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it went well. Hooper,
Yeah.
Reg, Stoltman, top 3, and then everybody else did really well.
Tristan Holt got 4th.
Yeah.
There was a 4-way tie after that. So, like, Tristan just getting that 5th rep definitely helped.
I think there's something in the water in Canada, man.
I think
and it's
so.
maple syrup. No,
I'm thinking.
Like, I don't know what it is,
thinking-
but my
Yes.
God,
Yeah,
Canada
no,
is
it's-
turning out some athletes. And even watching the Olympics coverage, man, Canada's turning out
Dude.
some beastly
They just
individuals.
they just won today as well. Today was women's hammer throw. So yeah, the men and women from Canada took gold. No, the man Evan Katzberg, he's been like the best the last year. He's only 22 years old.
God, this doesn't make me feel.
I
good.
know, dude. And I'm just like,
Stop.
dude, this guy is like We just need to fucking get on T. Just for the pod.
No.
Just for the pod.
Yeah.
No, but it's literally these people have more testosterone in their body.
We could be like we could do like a scientific experiment where we take trend but we do nothing.
Yes.
So we're just
It'll be probably like when people just take creatine and do nothing. We just get morbidly obese. We're like,
just get kind of bloated. I don't know.
it's fine.
No, I mean, yeah.
Canadians, they're
I think
strength sports, all sports in general. There's
Devin had it down. It's pancakes and syrup, man.
It is.
And I think they wake up every morning and chop down a tree with an axe, and then they
That's
eat
what
a
I'm thinking.
nice high pile of flapjacks.
That's what I'm thinking.
Throw on a flannel and then like immediately grow a beard.
And go swim in like some like ice cold river or something like that. It's probably what they do.
And then they have to like go out and hunt for dinner. And
That's when they throw the hammer.
Yep, exactly.
The hammer throw and kill a moose.
Yeah, yep. They got to cook that up for dinner.
Go North America.
Yeah, I mean, way to go. I don't know where to interject this, but I love Pau Dwyer. He's probably one of my favorite strongmen, and he had that awesome hat, that awesome bucket hat the entire time. And then this will be my weekly announcement. Go on Pau Dwyer's Instagram. If you are not following Pau Dwyer's Instagram, you are doing yourself a disservice.
If for some reason you don't remember Pau Dwyer, he kissed Andrew Flynn.
They did. Yep.
They did a little
It's
peck on
okay. It's the UK, man.
I love it.
And he's there. Yeah.
I was there for it. Pau Dwyer and Andrew Flynn, little pecorino on the lips. It was a good time. That's what I'm here for.
These men are. I mean, they're. No one's gonna question their.
No.
Their. I mean, and like okay.
It was a beautiful thing. I loved it. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
There was all I'm saying is there was multiple kiss cams at Royal Albert Hall.
Yes.
They were trying to get Neil pick up to kiss Pau Dwyer, and it was like, and then Neil said, he's like, well, these boots just ain't made for walking. That was like
I think we should start a collection of Neil pickups. I know. They're so great.
He was
None
unleashing
of them are bad,
some.
ever.
He really he's just
also his suits are getting.
I was almost blinded.
I mean, if he's going to be at East vs. West 14, he might just be wearing all chrome.
I know.
So chrome.
He is chromed out.
I think this is deadlift. So Hooper, Rag, Stoltman, top three. Was this so at some point, and I felt bad, at some point Gavin Bilton apologized. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I don't know. On this event, he only put out one rep, and I don't know. Same thing. He just injured something, and he's like, I don't know.
But he's like, he said, and I get it, but he was like, I'm sorry, like this is supposed to be a show.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to be putting on a show or whatever. And I'm like, you don't need to apologize.
I think that's when he may have bowed out or something. I don't know. Did he finish all five?
No, he did.
He did. Gavin Bilton, don't apologize to anybody.
Yeah.
You're the absolute man, and we love you. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, I think
just keep doing what you're doing.
This is one of those things or one of those sports where your entire career is based on days.
Yeah.
Like a handful of days throughout an entire year.
Yeah.
And everybody has bad days. And that's okay.
Nobody's ever going to say that Gavin doesn't do enough comps. The guy's in every freaking comp, and it's like to do one of these even every month is insanity. The bounce back is not possible for normal human beings. So you have nothing to apologize. You're putting yourself in every event. He was at Europe's, so it's like Gavin.
And he's competitive too.
Exactly.
And just
I think that's why he apologized.
Just because you have a bad comp, doesn't mean it's okay.
No, you're gonna come back.
It's not a problem.
And we still love you. You're the man.
Freaking huge.
I win.
Gavin the Bull Bilton.
It's the absolute best. He has the best power keg.
Oh yes, he does.
In Strongman.
He's just an all around great guy. I've watched some of his personal content. Good dude.
Dude, his hair is tight.
Yeah.
Tight. He keeps those curls tight.
He does.
He's the fucking man. Deadlift. Don't apologize to Gavin. You're the absolute man. Deadlift. Mitch, Matthew, Tom, Tristan. It was a great event.
It was. So Conan's wheel, nobody was surprised. Kordiaka destroyed it.
Yeah. They talk about Kordiaka on the Conan's wheel. Apparently he's good at it, okay?
Yeah, somebody mentioned something.
It's his, Now,
it's a world record. 1,035 degrees.
I don't remember what his previous one was. I think it was in the 9s. It may have been, or a low 1,000.
Just been into 1,000?
Yeah, I think it was like 1,027. It was something. But some people will drop the Conan's wheel and then literally pass out on the bar. And Pablo just acts like You know, it's just another event, and you're just like, dude, what is going on?
I think it's worth. I don't want to get into a numbers game, but I do think it's worth mentioning that. So Pavlo won with 1,035. Mitchell Hooper was in second at 836.
I know.
So I mean, like, it's not like, you know, we're not talking fractions of here. We're talking significant lead.
Yeah.
It just seems. I wonder. I don't know. Like maybe his
200 degrees a lot, man.
He's. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's more.
You're a teacher. I just don't know stuff.
Well, it's. Yeah, I was trying to make it 180, but
it is
what's
200,
the
right?
band?
It's literally 99 degrees further, but no, 199. But yeah.
I was trying to make a 98 degrees joke, but it didn't work.
Fuck. For all our 98 degrees fans out there, we apologize, but go listen to one of their first albums.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's a significant lead, and I don't know if Cardiaca's like build is like makes it especially.
It's got something,
or he's just trained the living daylights out of it. But the dude's got it. Like I don't see.
There's got to be something to the fact that you don't have to lift it that far off the ground. It's got to be easier in maybe in theory.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
I don't
I know nothing, but it makes sense that it should.
Sure. Yeah.
You know?
I like that.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. This is Strong Casuals.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the strong experts.
No, it's not.
Get off us, okay? But yeah, it was just fun to watch. And yeah, like at the end, you did usually like pass out and hold the bar up. There's that. Remember, I know there's many infamous videos of like dudes at the end, but there's one of Eddie Hall when he was in like prime Doughboy.
Oh yeah,
and he just kind of like passes out in the crowd. But yeah, I mean, it went well for a lot of people.
Honestly,
not great for Eddie Williams.
No.
Gavin, not too well. Gavin's been gone at this point. Kane Francis, not so much. I don't know. There must be something that makes this event a little different.
It's got to. Well, Tom. This is typically one of Tom's not as good events. You know, it's not one of his worst events necessarily. But he like showed up, and this I can't tell you if that's a PR, but I think it was like a PR for Tom. 826 degrees, getting third place, and Mitch too. It's like it's not their event, but I don't know. Just when it shows up, I don't know of anybody other than Pablo who's good at the event. So you're like, it kind of is up to anybody, and it makes sense that Tom and Mitch would,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was the conversation we were having before the event happened was similar to Iron BB in the overhead press, Max Axel press. Sorry, Max Axel. It was like, well, that's his thing.
Yeah.
And we didn't really talk about anybody else.
I know.
Well, in this case, it's like Cordiaca is his thing. But it also, yeah, you're right. I mean, you could get a lot of points taking second.
Right.
Because there might be a huge jump, but everybody else is kind of back at the
Well, and this is one of those things that you
peloton.
like, Mitch or Tom or whoever is like, you're not working them out to possibly be second and third in this event, but just showing up for the event and then just crushing it. You're like, well, that could throw off somebody's strategy if there was one up to that point.
Yeah.
It was pretty typical. It was Tristan tied with Tom for third place. Mitch got 836. But yeah, just another good event. I love the Conan's Wheel.
So
it's always interesting.
That was at least a competition PR for Tom.
For Tom, yeah.
So he did back at Worlds. Their Conan's Wheel, which is a little different.
It is, yeah.
777 degrees, and this was 826.
Yeah.
Provided there's some variation
variables
in implement,
of course.
So
I mean, one of them was filled with aluminum cans of Rain, and the other one, this one was.
Which, if you're listening, Rain, we will take a sponsorship.
Yeah.
I will wear a Rain hat during this if you want that.
Preferably a trucker though. If you only have flat rims for some reason, that's fine. But like,
I don't want them.
don't.
This does not scream.
No. Flat rims, you can wear them backwards sometimes, and it's okay. But otherwise,
yeah, I had a monster flat brim from like 2002 or something. Was that exist in 2002?
Yeah,
it was.
probably.
It was old. It was like the one with the 3 green things.
Yes.
I never wore it because
I know it's just not. It's not the thing.
I think we're alienating our fan base. Okay,
if you wear backwards flat rim, you're cool as heck, man.
Yeah, the best.
Wrecking ball hold.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I want some more of it. So Mitchell,
I do too, actually.
Mitchell Hooper won 118 seconds. That was a long time.
That's such a long time,
watching
actually.
the event, you know, like you think about 118 seconds, you're like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
But like you're watching it and you just it's almost like painful. Like I have like a vicarious pain.
I know. I mean, it's just you're just holding. My hands are just ripping thinking about it.
Yeah. I thought it was, I mean, Mitchell Hooper destroyed everyone. I mean, he's got a strong grip. I think the only reason that, obviously, World's the only reason his grip was messed up is because he ripped off calluses. Yeah. They're back, apparently.
Right, yeah.
Novikov did very well.
Which was good to see.
I know.
The only
Gave me some
thing that
hope.
Yeah. Obviously, Novikov, you're still injured, we could tell from this event, from the comp, but, I mean, he showed up for an event and
he's on the
rise. Yeah. Obviously, he's on up and up.
He's on the back to the future.
Hell yeah.
Eddie Williams, I thought Eddie was going to destroy this.
I mean, once again, this is one of those things we talk about their strengths. You're like, okay, well, Eddie's, he's typically the guy for most of these events like this.
Right. But it's weird. And then, like, when you're looking back on these events, or like when you're looking back on events, trying to compare them to Wrecking Ball hold, like, it's a really hard thing to do because it's not something we do very often.
Right.
So, like, really, I was looking at, like, Webster Stone, Nickel Stone data to try and figure out, and like those things Eddie destroys.
Yeah.
I mean, Worlds, he destroyed the stones.
Right.
And it's like, and yeah, you're moving. So I guess that is a definite factor. But it's really, I mean, like the grip
it's
and
still
the
about
pain.
it's about pain tolerance, I feel. Static hold obviously different than you talk about it all the time than a moving hold, but
I just thought he would do. I mean, he took third. I'm not saying he did bad.
Yeah, I mean, a world record beat him, and then a 3 seconds,
right.
And once again, I don't know how because we don't see these events a lot. You just don't really know how good anybody else is unless you're actually looking up, results specifically.
Right. I want to see Bobby Thompson do this.
Yeah, me too. What was Mark Felix's last Wrecking Ball hold or so,
Yeah.
I don't know, but
his
Hercules hold is good, so why shouldn't his Wrecking Ball hold to be good?
I don't know, but I want to see Bobby Thompson do this because there's something. Bobby Thompson can just handle pain.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like, everybody in these sports has like at least a couple screws loose,
right,
which is good because so do we. We're not
of
judging.
course.
But
nobody needs all the screws.
But like he can handle pain.
I know. It takes a certain type of crazy to endure pain, and that's just the reality. That's just the reality. If you've ever felt like pain, real bad pain.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to be, if you want to continue to be in pain, you're a little crazy. What am I supposed to say?
Yeah. Well, you got to, I mean, yeah, that's where that screw being loose helps.
Right. And that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what was cool to see? Andrew Flynn took fourth.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah.
With these newer guys, you just don't know what they're capable of. So like any event, they can just show up. And Andrew Flynn did. I mean, 88 seconds. That was incredible.
Yeah. No, I think there was a pretty tight group there.
Yeah. Yeah, in the 80
before
second
he
range.
dropped in. For some reason, Tristan Hoth, not exactly his shindig, but that's okay.
Once again, it's like
Canadian's still there.
You're just not working the thing. It's like
I also and this is me just like guessing a little bit, but you're going into the Atlas Stones after this.
Right.
Like, do I want to completely destroy my grip?
I know.
Before going into and I doubt that is Tom's. Tom can 74 seconds.
I know.
Like, I doubt that's what he can do. He just said, listen, the expectation is that I destroy the Atlas Stones.
I don't know if you actually watched Tom's, but that was like a PR for him on this too. His legs were like, it was like 50 seconds in, his legs started shaking. And then like, you're like, oh, he's going down. And then 10 seconds later, they stopped shaking. And then he held it for like another 15 seconds. And I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
That was incredible. I was like,
mind over matter, man.
Yeah, it really is a mind over matter thing. So 74 seconds, I think, for Tom is really good. And yeah, who knows? They had just done the Conan's wheel that he had held for a long time. It's like so many different things.
Yeah, and again, the way that these points work, it's okay.
Yeah.
To do middling in maybe even a couple events as long as you're on the top for the rest of them, which is proof of what happened.
Yeah, exactly.
And then last Atlas Stones, I mean, Tom just blew him away.
Yeah.
All 5 in 20 seconds. Kane Francis was 5 in second, but 5 seconds behind him.
I know. It was cool to see Kane just. I forget who he beat in his stone off.
Well,
but
no, stone off.
It's not a stone off, but it's when it's
Yeah, no,
when
I
it's a
can't-
1v1 Atlas Stones. I
it
can say
feels
yeah,
like it,
yeah,
yeah,
it
no.
feels like a stone off. So I mean, I was stoned.
I can't remember, but I'm excited for him. He's
Yeah.
a mean looking dude.
He is.
Like, I mean that in a nice way.
I know.
But like he's a mean looking dude. So Tom, Kane, and Matthew, or I should say Tom Stolman, Kane Francis, and Matthew Reg, top 3, did really well. Tristan Hoth came in 4th, but there's a little gap there.
Yeah.
Novikov did middling, like he's been doing
all
on
5.
all of this, but he did do all 5 of them. And this is, so maybe this has been discussed on other internet sites, but how do you feel about Mitchell just putting a stone up and then watching?
No, I don't know.
Because like
I don't know how I feel about it.
So I've gone back and forth on this multiple times.
Yeah.
So for those of maybe somebody didn't watch this, so at the Atlas Stones were the last event. By the last event, Mitchell had already won.
Right.
Mitchell he did not have to compete.
Of course.
And he would win. So because Tom and Mitch were in first and second, they were the last 2 to go.
Yeah.
And Tom is notorious for being the stone guy. After Brian Shaw was gone, he's basically taken over as stone guy. Mitch put 1 stone up, and then he walked around and then just like cheered on Tom. I don't know. I mean,
Listen,
like part of
I
me's like,
get it.
okay, cool. I don't like his. Sorry, I don't mean to keep cutting
No,
you
no,
off,
no,
but,
please,
like,
continue.
I mean, like part of the arguments that I understand are, why would I risk hurting myself in a sport where one injury could take you out from multiple events?
Yeah.
When I've already won.
Yeah.
Like, so why?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I was Tom, like,
it's not exciting for Tom. Then you're like kind of like, and I get it. Tom was gonna blow him away regardless. Okay, but may not have. Maybe it'd be close. Like, why not? This is a show. Like, this is a sport that's like we're trying to grow continuously, and it's like you are. I'm not saying you're not a showman, Mitchell Hooper. You're putting on world records constantly. Okay.
Right.
But like you and Tom are like the 2 dogs in strongman right now. You're 1 and 2. Like, put on a race against each other till like the very end. Why not? Like, what is that?
Right.
You know what you're capable of. Stranger things have happened. Of course, stranger things always can happen.
Sure.
But Mitch is super good with like. He's in control of everything that he does for the most. Like, he's one of the more in control people that I've ever seen in strongman. And I know he could have put up all 5 and done it.
Yeah.
And not gotten injured. I just know that. It's just.
And like, take your time.
There's nothing wrong with getting 5 up in 50 seconds if that was like a problem.
If I'm Tom and I'm trying to go for a world record, I'm trying to go as fast as I possibly can. Like, and I put up a stone, by the time I'm on stone 2 or 3, the guy I'm competing against is now behind me.
I know.
Like, I'm going to be like, what is going on?
You don't have any drive or anything to work with.
Yeah.
It's just a weird thing that, like, honestly, if it was against anybody else that wasn't Tom in Atlas Stones, I'd have been like, whatever. It's, it's not a huge deal. But it's like,
sure,
he's the guy you're battling against, and I get it. You've already beaten him.
But do the thing.
We're at Royal Albert Hall in front of like
show, too.
8,000 people.
Yeah, this is what I thought you were going to say. Was like, it's a show.
It is a show.
Like, this is
the whole
the
thing,
reason that
like-
we can pack a stadium to watch this thing.
Yeah.
And this is why there's not a ton of packed stadiums at USAPL events.
Right.
Like, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Like, this is like, well, that's usually just a sweaty room with some like
It is.
chairs.
Yeah, it is.
But like, it's not like it's a show.
It is a show.
And
it's-
nobody paid to watch you put a stone up and then walk away.
You're the star of the show.
All right, I'm gonna stop hating on him because
We love Mitchell Hooper, but
Yeah.
you are the star of the show.
right.
And it's like, just put up some stones.
Or like, give it a whirl, man.
Give it a whirl.
Like-
The Strongest Man on Earth event is coming up at the Shaw Classic.
Yeah.
And the heaviest Atlas stones that have ever been at any comp are going to be at that. I think they're 650 pounds for the 5th stone. It's like just, I mean, it's a little practice. Come on. What's even worth the 1 stone then? Like just to, what is the 1 stone worth?
I mean, he just gets last place.
He doesn't because Evan withdrew, but it's like at the same time, you didn't
but he'll get those points. He'll still get like
right, I guess, yeah, because the last place does get a point.
But I mean, like it I don't know. And I'm not like I have noticed that social media is hating on Mitchell Hooper pretty hard.
Yeah.
So I'm not like I don't want to add to that because I love all these guys. But
but I mean, this is, it's like they just. I think I read a thing on it earlier that like people, I think the general consensus, people who feel that way because of the fact, like, what was it when he won the Arnold Classic, right?
Yeah.
And Neil asks him, what does this mean to you? Oh, it's just nothing really. It's just another event.
Yeah.
And I think people who just care about strongman hold it in such high regard. Like every event matters to them.
Yeah, I think, no, you're right.
Every comp matters, every event matters, to like so flippantly just kind of just like toss away an Arnold Classic win, which was a fantastic win. And that's like the Arnold Classic.
Year, the thing is that year he took Worlds, Arnold's, and the Rogue Classic.
Yeah.
He hit it all 3.
I know.
So I mean, like I understand where he's coming from. Like I think he's trying to be like modest, and he's also trying to be like, nose to the grindstone, kind of like, this is the sport that I'm in, this is what I'm doing. But yeah, I get it. I mean, like, it's
Well, I think people also feel that maybe, because he's also said, I think at some points, this may not be, like, his end career. And so maybe people feel that he has 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And, like, oh, you're just going to come in, just wreck shit in strongman, break all these world records, and just get out.
Yeah.
Like, and just kind of, like, not hold strongman on a pedestal like people do. You're like, I'm just going to come here because I know I can just whoop ass and then just get out. And you're like, well, I don't think he feels that way, but I can see how you guys would think that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, like, I think you're hitting on the major point, which is like he hasn't had a lot of time in it.
Right.
And so there's a lot of people are railing against the fact that he's, like, I mean, Brian Shaw has a legacy.
Right.
One that was laid down a long time ago, back when him and Big Z were battling out for stuff, and like all the other guys, like they have quite a legacy in the sport, and so for him to kind of just step in, own stuff, and then
have this air about him,
right, and then be like, I just did the thing.
I know. I think people just like, I mean, with anything like that, when a rookie comes in, for the scene per se, the rookie, and it's like. Yeah, they just fuck shit up, and then they're like, "You don't even fucking care about tradition," And that's what they're like, right. And you're like.
But at the same time, it's like, I mean, I don't know if they would be like, would they feel the same way if he was like in tears, so happy that he had won the thing? Like, I mean, I don't know you're never gonna make the internet happy.
No,
we know that.
People.
So I don't know.
We want you to roar. In strongman.
Yes.
After you win,
that should be a rule.
You need to fucking roar at the crowd and be like, "This matters!"
Just like Hulk Hogan, your shirt off. Wait, I don't like Hulk Hogan anymore.
No. Just like a tattoo revealing, "This is the last thing I'll do." Like, I'm in it for 40 years. You're like, they want some like
some dedication, right? Sign a contract, man. Maybe we need to bring
contracts. I promise I'll have a
into
legacy. You're like...
Yeah, we can just write him the same contract that Jordan Love got, and I'm sure he'd stick around.
I know, exactly. People just... Dude, you give Mitch $228 million right now...
He's staying.
I bet you he'll stick around.
Yeah. Being that we know strongman is such a cash cow of a sport.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Like, everybody can feel the way that they're going to feel. Right. I thought it was a little weird. I don't think it caught me off guard.
Once again, I don't agree with the whole consensus of how Mitch is like, I don't think he feels that way to anything. But when this kind of stuff happens, I'm like,
you could have tried.
Give me the show.
Yeah, no,
Put on the show. Where,
I mean,
once again, it's to be at Royal Albert Hall and be like, yes. Could you imagine? You're at Royal Albert Hall.
I'm hoping that someday we don't have to imagine.
Dude, I want to be at Royal Albert Hall for this. Tom Stoltman and Mitch Hooper are going down in Atlas Stones. I don't care if Mitch already won. I know that Mitch won. Right. That's his whole goal. Mitch's goal is always to win before that final event. you know,
Right.
and I get that he's a numbers guy, and I totally get that. But it's like, yes, and then Mitch puts up one stone, and then goes and, come on, Tom. You're like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's a bummer for a ticket payer. I'd be like, oh.
Well, and I paid for the pay-per-view.
Yeah, we
I
did.
mean, I pay for all the papers.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
I didn't pay for just Neil Pickup's shiny freaking suit and boots.
Oh my God, I love
His
Neil
boots
Pickup.
were shiny.
Yeah, and he was like, this is completely unrelated, but he was apparently like super sick the week before the competition.
Was he?
Yeah, he had some like weird GI thing, and then like showed up in his chromed
out,
whatever
Crohn's disease.
I think
out.
there was a similar suit that he wore to the last East vs West. But
I don't know what his deal is with sequins.
I'm excited to see what he's going to wear on Saturday. I think it might be just polished
A
steel.
one giant sequin.
Yeah, he's just going to glow. There's actually lights in it. So for those of you who, whatever,
If you didn't follow, if you don't know who wins,
the end of the Strongman Classic, Mitchell Hooper won with 49 points, Tom Stolman 47, Pavlo Corrediaca 38.5, and then Matt Ragg, Tristan Hoth, Alexei Novikov, Andrew Flynn, Kane Francis, Powdware, Eddie Williams. We haven't built an Evan Singleton withdrew, so whatever.
it was a great event.
And then we got to watch Eddie Williams play music.
Eddie Williams then did a song on the guitar. It was a cover of an American song, and I forget what it was, but the hook and the chorus repeat like 9 times in the song.
Yeah, it was a
And
bit much.
It was a lot.
Though I suppose now Eddie Williams can say he played Royal Albert Hall.
He definitely played Royal Albert Hall, and
Which,
that rules.
Coming back, he's basically Pink Floyd.
That's a credit. That is a credit. Yeah, I'm gonna get his
yeah.
double DVD now.
Oh, absolutely. I would watch him on digital video disc.
I would. I absolutely would watch that. But it was a great event.
It was. I love when they have events there because it's electric. I wish I remembered one of the I was going to write down Neil's quotes, but
it was a spectacular event. Yeah, Neil was on one. I feel that day. He had some things, some real quips that I was like.
Yeah, once in a while he'll say something and I'll be like, "What?
You've been hanging out with too much Travis Bagent." That's what I say. That's
or not enough. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sometimes he would say something and be like, I don't know. So it's replayable on Giants Live. So if you want to just have a membership so you can go back and listen to Neil Pickup, we should do Eric, how hard would it be to do like a master cut, whatever they call it?
Mashup.
No, just like a
master cut of Neil Pickup.
A
clips.
mega cup of Neil Pickup quotes.
I can do that.
Okay. Yeah,
or
maybe
at least
like
drop them.
A soundboard.
It's just some sound bites, some Neil Pickup sound bites.
And we could pop in and be like, Neil, how do you feel about that?
That would rule.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
go.
I'm getting right on that.
Yeah. So I mean, it was nice to. Yeah, it was nice to watch, and it was a solid event.
Super solid event.
Should we flip?
Yeah, we can touch base on this.
So for us, if right now, this Saturday, August 10th in Orlando, Florida, is East vs. West 14. Second stateside East vs. West event / King of the Table, like that whole event thing. It's an interesting card. There's been some stuff announced, and they're a little weird. So should we go top, bottom, top, middle, whatever? I don't care. Who do you want to talk about?
Let's honestly, since there's technically no order yet, just grab a match and we'll talk about it.
Well, I love Coach Ray.
Yeah.
And the fact I don't even know who Ryan
Bellinger is. I think he's from Cottage Grove, to be honest. He looks like he's from Cottage Grove.
Yeah, he looks like a Midwest guy again. I don't know who he is, but I love watching Coach Ray do anything.
I know.
And I would Coach Ray gives Engin so many accolades, and they're due. But I feel like Ray doesn't get the accolades he deserves because as far as like content, YouTube content, consistent content, getting interviews with people and supporting this, like Coach Ray is as much
basically
a
the
pedestal.
premier translator at East vs. West and King of the Table.
And I just hope they keep on giving him like languages he knows.
I know, Jesus.
Because so I feel like once in a while they'll throw him a curveball and be like, well, this isn't English. You can do that, right?
I know. I love it.
And he's like, and he tries to piece it together. But
to us, we're like, Jesus, Ray speaks like 15 languages, I think.
Right,
He's
exactly.
a polyglot, crazy
It's
man.
like, oh, it's Eastern Europe. Sure, whatever. You know how to do the thing.
Right.
And then he like is very happy when someone's speaking a dialect that he actually knows, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I can totally do this."
Yeah, so Ray, Coach Ray, I wish he would comment. They should give him a, what's the face mic? Not a lapel mic, but obviously just a face mic. Just commentate his
Face mic.
face mics.
Cheek mic.
Cheek mics.
He's
I
like
got some
regular
cheek
mic.
mics.
It's like Magic Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Cheek mic.
Magic Mike too. And Coach Ray should definitely commentate his own match. He should be mic'd up for his own match. That would be exciting.
Oh, I agree.
That would be sick.
You wouldn't want to give anything away, though. You'd be
No,
like,
it's true. This is true. We're just going to touch base on, like I said, most of these matches we don't know because a lot of them sound like preliminary matches, so we don't know. But let's touch on some other ones that we think you guys should watch. So Coach Ray, Raymond Leapins, watch that match versus Ryan Bellinger. He's from Cottage Grove. Coach Ray is not from Cottage Grove. The next match I want to talk about.
That's a deep cut. You got to be from that's
Be
to our
deep
to our,
in the Midwest to understand that.
to
one.
our Scottish listeners that will make no sense.
They're like, "Where is this cottage? Where's the Cottage of Grove?"
Over there.
Over there. Hunter Knopfs is another guy I want to talk about. This Hunter Knopfs
Yeah.
versus Doug Ehrlich. I saw him for the first time at the North American Challenger Series that Chance Shaw put on.
Yep.
And this guy was an animal. I mean, so I don't know what weight class this is, but this guy also looks like he's from
85.
Cottage Grove. Hunter Knopfs.
My guess is 85 kilos.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, you're probably right.
Well, I mean, funny. We were just talking about Ray. He went up for an East vs. West 6-6. Doug beat Coach Ray 3-0.
Oh, that's who he beat.
So yeah.
Oh wow.
And then East vs. West 7, he lost to Prokopchik, but that's, I mean.
Okay, well, you're facing Prokopchuk, so
Whatever.
you should probably lose. But this Hunter Knopfs guy, he's good.
I'm excited to see him. I don't really know anything about him.
I knew nothing
Seems
about
young.
him, and yeah, exactly. That's what I said. He seems young, and he was like, I mean, his forearm was like a rock, and he was not moving, and he was smashing the dude that he was beating last time.
Wow. Yeah, he did.
Who did he face?
Back in December, he beat Jeff Blair.
Okay.
But
Or maybe is that his last match? Is that the one I'm thinking about?
I think that's the one you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Okay. So yeah, but no, he just
June 15th.
was right. Was it the Challenger Series?
Patrick Berg. Did he beat him? Of course, there's no results.
Hunter is, I don't know, he's an up and coming dude, and I don't know who he's like tutelaged by, but he's an animal. Watch this guy's match. I'm telling you, this guy toots.
Toots McGee. Yeah, no, I'm excited for that. Doug Ehrlich. Do good stuff.
Yeah, come on, Doug, you got this. Tom Holland, the Spider-Man, is also pulling against Craig Tullier.
Yep.
Not the same Tom Holland.
No, it's that Tom Holland.
I wish it was.
Think how many people
honest.
would watch it.
People would watch. Okay, that would be exciting.
Yeah.
Craig Tullier is a vet. I don't know. I just know his name. I have a feeling Craig's going to win. Artem Taranenko is also pulling one of the 35 Artems.
There's more than that.
One of the 39 Artems.
I mean, I think, we're going to finally see Travis Bajan's left arm. Not finally. We're going to see Travis Bajan's left arm again.
Yes.
Up against Corey West. I'm excited to watch that.
That's going to be a good match.
I mean, Corey is a big gentleman.
He's a big gentleman. You don't see Corey in too many of these overseas events, but Corey's a vet in the game. He's a big boy.
Yeah. I mean, he was not a product of, but he trained with Monster Michael Todd for a while, I think.
Did he? That makes sense. That would make sense.
But I'm just happy that Travis is back with his left arm. He was fun to watch with his right arm.
I know.
And those two guys in the last event they always put on a show.
Right.
But I'm excited to see him up against Corey.
All these super heavyweight matches and the heavyweight matches. I mean, we got Matt Mask versus Lars.
I'm so pumped for that.
That match is going to be sick.
Lars, message me back and we'll have an interview.
Lars, live in a nicer place, huh?
What? Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh, yeah.
It's satire.
Sarcasm.
This guy is literally, I mean, he's in like the most beautiful fjord you ever seen every
Norway
single
just rocks.
day. Every single day this guy's in there. It's like, God, stop living in such a beautiful landscape. It makes me
he's a
furious.
boss.
That's going to be an incredible match.
He is jacked, too.
He's
Dude is like...
incredibly vascular.
Yeah, he's ready to go. And Matt, we love Matt. I love Matt's hands.
You could put Matt Mask against a roll of toilet paper, and it's going to be electric on the table.
Yep, and he will
Literally.
need all of the toilet paper to wipe the sweat from his hair and forehead.
That's a fact. Our boy, Paul Lynn.
Paul Lynn, man.
Pulling a Rustam Babiev.
The saint himself.
The Saint Paul Lynn. Now, Rustam, one of the 1,500 Rustams, I don't know Babiev, but if I know every
Babiev.
Eastern European puller, he's going to bring the heat.
As they do.
And Paul Lynn is going to bring the Holy Grail. And
Well, he
he's
beat
gonna,
Irakli.
Rustam did?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
boy. Well,
look at this. He pulled him before. He pulled him East vs. West 6. But the Rustam pulled out. He was injured.
of the match, yeah. Not pulled outward. Like he was still pulling, but like...
Good save.
So, I got it.
So, yeah, I don't know.
That's going to be a good match.
That'll
then.
be an interesting match. Yeah,
I'm really interested about that. We're on the Paul Lynn hype train forever and always. So,
Well, and he's back at 95.
oh yeah, this
Or
is.
wait, did he pull 95 last time?
I don't know. I thought he was up.
Because he pulled 10.
Yeah, no. He went up for that last match. Beat the bodybuilder. Remember?
Lachlan.
Yeah, the bodybuilder, and then
Yeah, because he went up to 105. And then in the interview afterwards, they're like, "You going to stay at
Yeah.
105?" And he's like, "Nope,
no chance. Yeah,
going
yeah,
back to 95." So I'm sure he'll feel better.
certainly
being
more
back in that
comfortable,
thing.
and he smashed against Lachlan. So it'll be a great match.
Yeah, but that was.
It's.
I mean, I'm not dissipating.
we love
I'm
Lachlan.
not like.
I want to see Lachlan face Leonidas. I'll see that. That's two.
Yeah.
Beyond Bobby on Roddy. Robbie
long
on
as-
Body. Body by Robbie.
Body by Roddy.
Body by Robbie.
As long as I don't have to see Ryan Bowen's face ever again.
That's a fact. Dave Chaffee,
oh,
Frank
dude.
Lamparelli.
This is gonna be a match.
That's going to be a fun match. I'm so excited to see Dave again. You know, we haven't seen him in a... Sorry about that. Back to our regular scheduled program. We had a real Elizabeth Bathory situation going on over here. Ben's okay, though, guys.
I have a bloody nose, but don't worry, it's not from smelling salts.
It's from Dave Chaffee.
It's from
We started talking about Dave Chaffee and Frank
Frank
Lamparelli,
Lamparelli.
and he just blew, his nose got excited about it. It's not a big deal.
I got really excited.
Yeah, dude. I get it. The super heavyweight matches are going to be so good on this card. It's insane. I mean,
I think Chaffee has this, but it will be fun to watch.
Frank Lamparelli always puts on a show. He's another really exciting guy who's yelling, and honestly, one of the few Italians that I know that pulls, and he's just, I mean, it's good. That's one of the like 5 super heavyweight matches that's going to be incredible. Then we got Kamil Jablonski versus Michael Todd, the Golden Dragon versus the Monster.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to watch that. Michael Todd's a great guy.
We love Michael Todd. He's back.
And I think after his last match, I think it's proof that he's ready to roll.
Yeah, he's back into form. I think Camille is somebody who is slowly opening up into like more of a character. Like after he beat Devin left-handed in the Arm Wars, and then his last match at East vs. West was pretty exciting, even though he kind of got pushed over by, I forget who he was.
Well, he was up against Vitaly.
That's right, he was facing Vitaly.
And those Vitaly won 4-2, but those 2 matches were the last 2.
Yeah, and he made
Camille just kind of
made it a match at the very least, which nobody really does with Vitaly. Even if it was, Vitaly just giving him a little bit of, 50 or whatever it was. That's going to be a great match. I think Kamil Jablonski is going to be a big a real problem in the super heavyweight division, like as things continue. This match will definitely tell us a lot, I think.
Yeah, and I want to see Michael Todd continue.
Yes.
We talk about this every time with Michael Todd, but like he's a big mental guy.
I know.
And so I think if he needs to go into this match, I think he will be.
Yeah, me too.
More emboldened mentally now because of the last match.
Yeah.
But the first round will do a lot to him.
Yeah. It's going to really tell us where, once again, if he's still pulling into form. Once again, this is not it's kind of weird because we're like, nice, Michael Todd's back. And then they're like, here's Kamil Jablonski. And you're like, okay, I don't know about that. Maybe not yet. Like Jablonski's a problem. It's going to be an incredible match.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good match. I think I think he's probably. I mean, I think he'll do well. It's a good match.
It is.
But I just think I really want him to not get in his head.
I know.
And then I think he'll be okay.
I agree.
I mean, he can do it. He just needs to he just needs to believe that he can. That sounds like inspiration right there, huh?
It is. One of the, we could call this, I think the world is torn maybe on this super heavyweight match with the legend, the greatest of all time, that is John Berzink versus Leonidas Arcona.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about this at all.
I don't know who's. There's only one person who seems to be getting anything out of this.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
What does John get from beating Leonidas? So he stops a train that's on the hill coming up. But if Leonidas beats John, then we're just tarnishing a legacy that, I don't know. John's just.
I mean, the only real opponent that Leonidas has seen was Schoolboy.
Yeah.
And yeah, he won.
Yeah.
Like, that's okay. I don't count the Larry Wheels matches because, no offense to Larry Wheels, but it's not your thing, man.
Larry Wheels, and I love Larry Wheels. His content is good, right. And he's just, he has a big toe in the arm wrestling community. It's like he's just, and it's a huge toe.
It is.
It is a huge toe. But the guy is, he's just, let me be honest. I want your body, Larry Wheels, okay? It's a nice body, but he's not a puller. He's not a seasoned professional everyday puller, and it's just Leonidas is certainly moving towards that. I think that's what he wants to. If you're I don't know who put this match together, but if you asked for John Berzink, probably of course Engen put it together. I'm saying who, but he just pull it out of thin air? Because that's a psychotic pull out of thin air.
Well, okay, but Devin versus Chance Shaw?
Well,
I don't know. If that was out of left field, then this is.
Yeah. Now it's obviously that's the other thing. They announced it on the Instagram today. It's not on the actual online card yet, but Chance. I think it was on Chance's podcast or Engen's podcast. I forget. But Chance wants Devin. Devin was on the podcast and he wanted to pull Devin, and he was like dead serious. He was dead serious, and I was like, I don't know what's in the water right now, but this is not. I think he said if Devin can get to, what did he say in the pod? I apologize. If it was 218 or 230, one of the two. I believe it was 218 or something. I don't think Chance is 218. It was No, because I feel
Chance
Devin's
is weighing in like almost 300.
I know.
Like 280.
He said something about like if Devin can get to a certain weight, that he'd smash him, and I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't know.
Yeah, Devin's a bit deflated, like literally, physically. But like, what?
I just don't know. Once again, it's one of those matches where it's like, if Chance wins, hell yeah, Chance is gonna get like, if somehow that happened, then Chance is on top of the world. But it's more than likely not gonna happen on paper. It wouldn't.
I don't think like. Obviously, Devin's a household, some household name.
In the arm wrestling community, he's a household name.
Right. I don't think people understand the level. Some people understand the level to which Devin goes into these matches. Like, he is mentally, he is like in it.
Completely.
He's in the zone.
Yeah.
And so I don't think Chance has a chance. No offense, Chance, but
now that's not on the thing, but the other super heavyweight match that I did want to talk about, the return of Jerry Caderet.
Yeah.
And Alex Kurdisha has been. Alex Kurdisha.
This is going to be great, I think.
Alex Kurdisha might be the second best super heavyweight we have right now, behind Levon. Now, we haven't seen Kurdisha in a couple of these events recently, but he's been pulling. He was pulling Devin the last time all of them were together. And he was doing incredible
cool outside videos.
Yeah,
he lost. Yeah, it's. I'm thinking it's. He was in East versus West 12. He beat Georgie 3-0, which. Duh.
Oh, I forget. Yeah. But exactly, I'm saying Kurdisha is like. I don't know. This is not a good match for Jerry to come back to. Let's put it that way.
But
when was Jerry's last match? Can you find out?
Yeah, but Jerry's beast mode, man.
Tenured vet.
And he's like, he's like, he lost to Ermies East versus West 8, but that was 2020. That was a year ago.
Okay, so not crazy long time ago, but he hasn't wrestled this year really he hasn't wrestled on any of these events. But
no, Hermes a year ago, that was pretty prime Hermes. I mean,
know.
that was like that. I mean, he was
Probably the prime Hermes.
yeah, and I mean he beat Georgie. I think this is going to be a great match.
Jerry beat Georgie?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
3-2. I mean, I think this is going to be a great match.
No, this is definitely going to be a great match.
And it's just fun. I mean, he's sort
love
of been
Jerry
in it. You
Carteret.
know, I remember
I
watching
know.
Wall matches with Jerry in it. And
I mean, Jerry Carteret put on some of the most exciting heavyweight matches, super heavyweight matches that we've ever seen in Wall. You know, whether it was against Dave Chaffee or Michael Todd or Devin Leary. I mean, all of those matches with Jerry in them, in those championship matches, are insanity matches.
the Jerry Carteret or the Jerry Michael Todd match, Wall match, one of them is great to watch.
Yeah.
And if it's two dudes like
That was their prime.
pert near their prime.
Yeah.
I mean, now that's like now that's like 5 years ago.
I know, it's crazy to think
So
about.
yeah, I think that'll be a great match.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a great event. If you're listening for the first time and you want to watch it, you can just go on Core Sports or just Google search East vs West 14. You can get a stream. I would say the stream last time was great. I watched it on a
super
phone
solid
in
stream.
a pontoon boat, and it was still good.
Right. Real quick, also, Evgeny
Oh, yeah.
Prudnik versus Todd Hutchings, our boy.
Yeah,
That's an incredible match, too.
I agree.
I love both of those guys, so we'll always root for Toddzilla, of course.
Yeah, and
But,
Toddzilla, I'm sure Todd's wife will be there.
Right. Let's hope she's not looking at Evgeny when he starts singing, though.
Beautiful couple. Yeah, that
You know, we don't want her to
the
get
opera singer
swooned.
himself.
Yeah,
right?
we want her to get swooned, but
I hope he sings during like all the pre-match stuff again.
dude,
'cause,
I hope he did. Eddie
maybe
style. They'll just
Yeah,
be like
I
Eddie
was gonna say
Williams.
maybe we need like an Eddie Williams
Evgeny Prudnik
collab.
It's got a collab. No, it's a great card. I'm very excited for it. There's nothing's really finalized necessarily. All these East vs West, they're like, this is the card. Then you get there, and
No.
Iron Bibby's not there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. He was mad.
Just mad.
'Cause I'm gonna have to go YouTube his basketball deltoids. Yeah. So it's this Saturday, August 10th in Orlando, Florida. I think they're sold out.
It's
Unless you buy the VIP tickets, which sure.
the first East vs West in North America.
I know.
Which
It's
is super cool.
Very exciting.
Hope there's way more to come.
I hope they realize that they can sell out Florida and keep doing it.
Yeah,
And as long as Engen's okay with it,
we're okay with it.
I'm hoping he's going to be there. I'm assuming he's going to be there.
I would hope so. Engen overseas, come on.
Yeah.
He wasn't at the Challenger Series, but this is his event. This one is his, so come on.
Well, yeah. And I mean, the man came to the last event in a neck brace, just getting over
what
a
I'm
nearly
saying.
fatal bacterial infection. So,
Engen's going to touch down in North America, and he's going to rule the roost, okay?
yeah. All right. Well, so go watch that event. We'll have some more strongman arm wrestling content coming up. Way in the future, the official strongman games, the world championships are happening in Madison, Wisconsin. We are going to be there. We're going to have a booth. You should come and talk to us. We'll maybe have some fun things for you.
Yes.
And that's that.
We're the Strong Casuals.